to another edition of What Dads Do,
where we're continuing the work of replacing the double-hung windows on our 100-year-old house. With the window in, it's time to replace any blown-in cellulose insulation that was removed during the process of installing the window, and also replacing any sheathing. Because our sheathing is not a standard dimension, I reuse the old boards.
If this were all we were doing, I'd fill the gap with non-expanding foam, run the flashing tape up the sides about 4 inches above the top, and then across as well, and then custom fit new casings and put the clapboard back on.
But we're actually going to re-side the whole front of our house, as well as replace this upstairs window.
This window is an example of where we fit in new casings between the screen and the existing siding.
But because we're re-siding, as well as packing out with an inch of rigid foam insulation, I first need to remove all the old siding. Then, as shown in this time-lapse video, I'll remove the second-story window so I can replace it with a new one. As I prepared the opening for the new framing, I discovered that the right-hand stud was only as tall as the window and was not connected to the structure of the house. So I decided to remove that board and build my rough opening sill and header to the structural members of the house. Previous editions of What Dads Do describe rough opening construction. Once my header is in place, I install a double trimmer stud at the correct width for the rough opening. And because I'm packing out the house with an inch of rigid foam insulation, I'll frame the rough opening with 5/4 by 6. Notice the little piece of wood along the top of the rough opening, which will prevent the window from tumbling out. And the window's in a day.
Well, that's it for this edition of What Dads Do.